Hello, Mr. Thohir. We know that for you it's very important to have a safe society. So from these few points, what can you say about that after the board of today and look into June?
Well, basically, like I mentioned a couple times before, I think it's very important for me when we coming to Inter, we review also the management. And again, we're doing in the right way, not because of I listen to this, okay, this is not good, this is good, no. But basically based on performance, based on result. At the same thing, we do assessment, we review the structures, which one is good for Inter for the futures. So basically, for example, in the structures of the companies, now we consolidate the sports under one roof. Basically, the first team, the academy, the scouting is under one roof. It's no longer, oh, this is the academy, this is the first team. Have to be under one roof, which is under Piero Assolio. The same thing with the commercials. Now it's under Giorgio Ricci. Basically, it's also one roof. Ticketing, sponsorships, other revenue is under one roof. And then Michael Williamson, which is the CFO, will be managing on the other side, back of office, like the corporates, which is legal, finance, human resources, is under Michael's. And then we still, of course, looking people to help the company to compete with the other teams in the world. For example, the chief of media and commercials, media and communication, we're still looking. And then we have Marco Fasone at the managing directors. And then we gonna add more people, but at the same time we review the people in the management because we want to compete with other teams in the world. And then I think we have a good board meetings because at the end to compete not only on the business sides but also on the sports sides, very important, you know, because at the end fans would like to see the result. And then we see on the January transfers, I think, you know, the reason we bring Danilo Ambrosio because we feel that we shorts on the left and right for Jonathan and Nagatomo. So we adding Dani Ambrosio, which is one of the good players available. And then if you see also on the pitch, why we adding Hernandez, because I keep saying before Inter was focused on attacking on left and right. With Hernandez there is a new options. We playing in the middles. And then Bota, I think as you know we short of forwards. Good that Icardi, Milito coming, but Bota can, you know, creating some possibilities to alternative for the teams. So I think with the current team right now, we're comfortable. But of course, on June, we're gonna review the teams to compete on a bigger roles. I think there is an opportunity of transfer on June. We want to add few players, but at the same time, we review also the current players, you know. I think, and then that's what I can say on the board meetings. And then there is a changing of board of director to Mr. Grant Ferguson, not Alex Ferguson, okay? Grant Ferguson, you know. He's from Scotland, though. So basically, we adding Grant Ferguson because he has an experience in the media. He used to be a CFO and CEO, one of the big media company in Southeast Asia. So bringing him to the board of directors, we can, you know, learn about the media business because, as you know, we have website, we have inter-channels. We need to review the strategy. I think this is a thing why it's good to have Grant Ferguson in the board of directors. And then I think Michael Williamson will be finally, you know, will be established in Milan by March. There is a delay from February to March because bring it Michael Williamson from US, I need also replacement for him in US, you know, because we just cannot bring somebody and the other teams falling apart. I think that's the things that, you know, like I say, we progressing. We look at on the opportunity, on the transition in the next few years. So I think.
And Mr. Ferguson has, in a way, replaced Mr. Roslan inside the board.
Yes. Yeah. Basically, Mr. Ferguson replacing Mr. Rossani at the board.
Another question is about Zanetti, because we have heard about Mourinho's desire to have him in Chelsea. So have you spoken to Zanetti about his future?
Well, basically, I met him a couple months ago. Of course, the decision is on him. Right? We want to review what he has in mind. He's a legend in Inter. We have to respect that. So either he want to continue play, or with Inter to become somebody. That's based on the discussion we're gonna have in the next couple of months. Because the most important, I think, like Zanetti say, the captain say, how the team can be solid in the next couple of months. That's why I keep mentioning we have to be one team on the bad and the good times. Not only just a good times, we become one team, bad times we blaming each other. So I think that's very important that we want to take a look with Mr. Zanetti.
Following the exit of Marco Branca, do you plan some other changes in the management in the short time?
Basically, I explained really regarding the three chiefs managing the companies. I think we confidence that Piero can be helping the company. I think he's been in the company for a long times. I think it's good to give an opportunity, for him. And then we're not replacing Mr. Branca positions at the companies. We want to make a use of Mr. Piero to working with the board,
After what happened in last time of January with Guarin, did you expected such a strong reaction from him?
No, basically I met him actually at Pinetina after meeting with Captain Zanetti. So we have a discussion, because at the end, sometime in life we have miscommunications, right? But after we talk, I think it's good to have him to focus with the team. And I think we respect that, Then I tell him also there is any other issue in the future, let's discuss, because at the end we are one family. We still can discuss about a lot of things. And then with Hernandez and Guarin right now playing together, so I think there's an advantage for Inter. Guarin can be more free playing in his role. I think it can be a good combinations for Inter.
Is the stadium one of the priority of the new board of directors, or is just a thing that become in the future the stadium?
Okay. Basically, we have three visions right now. Again, I'm not trying to repeat every time, but this is again what we discuss. Number one, we want to make the club healthy. Number two, the team on the transitions. And number three, open the markets. And I think with the new stadium, I think we can discuss about the new stadium after, of course, this year. Because I think there's a priority we need to focus in the next couple of months. But, if the stadium issue come up, we can always discuss. But this is not the first priority. Doesn't mean we don't take a look. Because there's an opportunity we need to study about the stadiums.
Buongiorno, io avrei due curiosità. La squadra domani si allena a San Siro e poi va in ritiro al Melià. Lei ha sempre parlato di contenimento dei costi e volevo sapere se per caso alla Pinetina c'è qualcosa che non va, se il tecnico Mazzarri non ama la Pinetina. E la seconda questione è su Vidic. Lei ha sempre parlato di giovani o di giocatori di 26-27 anni. Vidic ne ha 32 e ha giocato 23 partite e ha detto che è molto vicino all'Inter. Allora volevo sapere se quello che ha detto in passato resta un punto fermo, puntare sui giovani e su giocatori di 26-27 anni.
Okay. Yes, please.
Yeah. Is there any problem with Centro Sportivo Angelo Moratti about the thing that the team is going to have a sleepover?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
There's something wrong. Mazzarri doesn't like it that much.
Mm-hmm.
And the second was about Vidic.
Mm-hmm.
He's 32 at the moment. is going to join a team which is supposed to be looking to, I would say, a younger situation,
Okay.
about the average
Okay.
age?
Yes. Okay. Well, again, we practice at San Siro at, a bit late. I think to traveling back to Pinetina, it takes times. I think sometimes in life we need to change our rhythm, right, for fun. Yeah. This is why I sent a message yesterday when a lot of media asking, hey, what do you pressure the team? I said, no, let them enjoy as long as they perform. So, so this is one look that we feel that by bringing them focused at the hotels, by bringing them to stay at the hotel, they can be more focused. And then at the same time, we as the management can review our move. This is good move or not good move, because at the end we want to support the result of the team. This is most important. And I think I really believe is good and bad on all decision, but I think it's very important we make decisions, not doesn't make no decisions. I think I support the move, and let's see if this one can make the team more together and more focused for the game with Cagliari. And for FIDIX, basically, as you know, we have players that be finishing the contracts, and we lose one of the best player from Kivu because of the injuries. I really believe to building a team, we need young players and senior players. And then there is no guarantee some of the players that finish the contract coming back, but there is depends on negotiations. So with FIDIX, I think we bring it some balance of the team, because he's strong characters. He's a captain of Manchester United. So I think if the deal go through, which is we're gonna wait for a couple of days, I think it will be a good decision for the teams. But at the same time, we have a lot of young players coming up, join our future teams. We have a lot of players that we loan to other teams. I think we need to look the prospects of them. So I think it's a good balance for the seniors and also the young team to play together. I think at the end, but again, FIDIX, we have to wait, with the announcements, because I don't want to create, some issues with other clubs. We have to respect between the relation of the clubs. The announcement will be announced when the deal is done.
Today, have you spoken also about a plan in extending contracts of players like, for example, Guarin, Alvarez, Palacio, and so on?
So basically, this is what we review also in our board meetings. I think which players that can be our future players. I think we review Palacio contract, we review Alvarez contract, we review Guarin contracts. I think it's good. Then we want them to be part of the team. But again, still negotiations. Sometimes it's done, sometimes it's not done.
Mr. Thohir, good afternoon.
Yes.
The question is if when you look at player like Vidic, I know that you don't want to talk about Vidic, but in general, if you look at this player with a look in the marketing also, and not only on the pitch. If Vidic have an image, an important image for your marketing in Indonesia?
Well, I think the way we look at like this, all the decision making in Inter right now is by collective. When we build a team, we also look at on the sports strategy, on the finance strategy, and also on the marketing strategy. So I think if we can have Vidic for Inter, I think it's a good brand for Asia market. He's been well known in Asia. This is the thing that I keep saying, Serie A have to be come back, because right now in Asia, EPL become #1. That's the thing why we look at this opportunity, not only building the team but also creating more value for the clubs. But at the same time, we really hope, Serie A can be the leader for the other club under Serie A to become markets. Because at the end, it's a competition between the league. Not only the clubs, but also the leagues.
Okay, grazie.
Yeah.
Grazie.
Thank you.